What's going on, YouTube land? Mr. Mayhem here, along with his partners in crime, Chemo and UJ.
Yar.
And you are watching Beer Buddies Las Vegas. Today's special episode is part 2 of our pumpkin beers. So we're going to bring these to you, start drinking them, having a good time with them, and then telling you what we think about it and how we think you should try these or not try these. But in the meantime, though, please do not forget to hit those likes and subscribe buttons so we can keep making these wonderful videos for you. All right, guys. Well, today we have, again, 6 pumpkin bears. We're going to try each one of them individually. And then at the very end, we're going to do something a little different. Instead of 1 through 10, we're actually going to rate them how we thought was the worst out of the bunch at number 6 to the best out of the bunch, number 1. So the first one we have today is from O'Fallon Brewery. It is the Salted Caramel Pumpkin Beer. It's coming in at a 5.4%.
All right.
Oh my God, this already smells like a caramel apple.
I've never had anything from O'Fallon. This is
Never either.
first try.
Right. You can smell that.
Oh, yeah. It's got like a little bitterness to it, right? A little bite to it.
Tart.
You know, I was actually, the taste is not matching the smell.
No.
I am looking for a sweeter beer, and this seems to me almost a little watery.
It's like if you bit into a caramel apple, but it was like a really, really bitter green apple underneath all the caramel.
The salt comes through, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Heavy.
The aroma, though, is phenomenal. It's like, oh, this is going to be it. But for me, it's almost like a little,
Interesting.
a little light taste. Like I'm looking for more of a sweeter type of beer.
It gets better as you drink it, but oh man, I know what you're saying for sure.
All right.
That's interesting.
Oh no.
All right, well, let's cleanse our palate here.
Yeah.
All right. Coming in number 2, we have Southern Tier Warlock Imperial Pumpkin Stout. Coming in at 8.6%. Look at that nice dark color there.
Yeah.
That is dark.
This is actually the strongest beer on our list today.
Ooh.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good. That is delicious.
Got some nice spice at the end of that.
Yeah. And you can kind of tell it's strong, but it's not like too strong. Like it's really balanced.
It's not potent enough. You're not overpowering. Nice on the palate.
Ooh, I like that.
That's solid, man.
Well, we have a contender.
I believe so.
That's pretty good. All right, let's cleanse this here.
I believe in our last video it was Southern Tier that made the pumpkin, right? Which was your favorite.
Yes. Yeah, I think that was all of ours up there in the list or whatever. May not have been number 1. I think actually that was my number 1, but
Yeah.
The list.
yeah, but that was pretty. All right, so number 3, we have Elysian Dark O the Moon Pumpkin Stout.
Oh, another great smell.
It's 7.5%. Nice and dark, like a stout should be. Love it.
Different.
Oh, interesting.
With these beers so far, I feel like the aromas are not matching the flavors. I think you go in expecting one thing and you get something totally different.
I agree. No, I definitely agree.
Okay,
I
so
really
this
do.
one says chocolate and cinnamon. I
Yeah.
taste like a black licorice a little bit. I don't know.
I don't
I
like
definitely
black.
taste the chocolate for sure. I get that more of that flavor over anything else. Like I barely a cinnamon. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I have to resample these again.
Oh, darn.
Yes, that sucks.
Mhm.
All right.
I don't
So
know
number
yet.
4 is also from Elysian. It is our Punkachino. It's a coffee pumpkin ale
This one
coming in at 6%.
promising.
Can't smell really of a coffee.
Okay. Yeah,
Ooh.
this one's good. Awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's choice.
This is way better than the last one.
You mean our last episode or last beer?
So, speaking of last episode,
Uh-oh.
after talking about it, did you want to change your opinion on a certain beverage?
Oh, man. Well, there might be have to issue a statement back out there. Yes.
Join me and you, Jay, and come to our side with it.
Well, it wouldn't be hard, that is for sure. The more I definitely thought about it, the more I kind of tasted after we went off the air and that kind of thing with it. I have to admit, I would think I like to switch my my lowest answer, number 6, to be that Sam Adams Jacko versus the Voodoo Ranger Atomic Spicy, a 1 or whatever. So I like to flip flop it. Yes, I would. But I understand if no correction is needed. You don't need to restate that. Whatever with it. I get it.
Hey, now you agree with like half of Facebook. I have to say about this Punkachino, this is coming through really well, like with the coffee and pumpkin. It's like a nice blend. And I've had a lot of I love trying coffee beers, and a lot of them that I've had lately have been like coffee flavored, but then they don't have like the beer texture. They don't have the bubbles. They don't taste like a beer. They taste more like a coffee. This is a perfect balance between
balancing it well. Okay.
Coffee.
That's awesome.
It's a good beer, man.
That's cool. All right, let's move on to our number 5. It is from Four Peaks Brewery. It is also another pumpkin porter, and it comes in at 5.1%.
Pumpkin pie, it says.
We've heard that before. Ooh.
But I'll tell you what, though.
That's good.
That's pretty damn good, though. Oh, yeah.
That's good.
Some of these seasonals, you almost kind of wish they would make them year-round.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, I don't know if I would drink these all year through. I mean, it would be like a quarter basis, like every 3 months or so or something like that, but
yeah, no, I like that they're a treat. I like that they're a treat for around that holiday time.
No, for sure.
Sweeter beers, and you know me, I'm not a sweet beer drinker.
Yeah.
I do like the occasional, around this time of year,
right,
whatever. But yeah, I couldn't drink these things.
Well, I look for something different. I mean, I'm more of an IPA guy, that, and especially my doubles or my triples and that kind of thing. But I do like barrel aged bourbon barrels, those things. But sometimes they even tend to get a little too sweet and a little too much for me. But you can balance it out with a nice cider or a nice sour. I think it goes well with that. So I really do. So, I mean, I know some people, they are into sours, they aren't into the fruity type beers and, but really give them a try. I mean, for a nice change of pace, I don't think you'll be disappointed. I don't. So.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Let's do this last beer.
All right. So our last beer here is from Dogfish Head. It's a pumpkin ale, brown ale, coming in at 7%. So our first beer, which was the salted caramel, and our last beer are all roughly the same color there, even though they're a little 2 different kind of styles. And everything else in the middle, man, was pure dark.
That tastes like a pumpkin ale. No frills. I like it.
Wow, that
it's just like pumpkin.
So crushable.
Yeah, it doesn't have like a pumpkin spice, like a pumpkin pie.
Right, exactly.
Just
a little bit, but not potent. So it's just like, that's too much. No, this is blended nice. This is very nice balance.
Ooh, now we gotta go back through and rate these things.
All right, so I think we should give our honest opinion and go back and drink more of these.
Really?
And
Shucks.
simple again, and then try to give our judge on this. All right, so now I think we have our picks. So, all right, so Chemo, what is your number 6? What is the worst beer of the batch that we have just tasted? The O'Fallon salted caramel. Okay, got you. And you, Jay, what's yours?
For me, it was the Elysian Dark of the Moon.
Dark of the Moon. Okay,
Dark of the Moon.
So you're saying this one right here. This one was your
I was really excited to try it, and the smell is great, but just the flavor doesn't match. It doesn't match.
Okay.
I thought about that one, but the salted caramel was too off for me. I didn't care for there's too much salt, and it was in that weird bit of tart was just too much.
So that's salted caramel for both of you.
No, so mine is number 6 is salted caramel as well. Now, I actually wish it was saltier, if you would. I didn't think it was salted enough, but the smell was awesome, but it didn't match the taste. The taste to me, it was just watered down. It was just too bland once the actual taste went down with it. So I actually wish it was a little bit more saltier for me, because that way then it's like, oh, now I get a little bit more of that taste with it and stuff. So unfortunately, it just didn't fly. So
it almost had like a sour aspect to it, so I just couldn't do.
Yep.
Oh, I get you. I understand that, man, for sure, definitely. I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't number 1, obviously, out of our bunch.
Speaking of that, that's actually my number 5. Is the salted caramel. Just I wanted more sweetness from it.
I got you. And Chemo, what was your number 5? Oh, brother, we're on so far. Mine is number 5 too, as well.
Wow.
Yep, it was right there.
I thought we were going to be way off.
No, I mean,
it just didn't do it for me. The flavor was a little off. Like it just, okay, but it's.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Yep.
I agree with you. You know, for being a stout, you know, I was hoping for a little bit more of a sweeter, little thicker taste to it, and it wasn't quite there.
I didn't like the smell either.
No, I got you for sure, definitely. So, all right, well, that's pretty wild. Okay, I'm digging this. I mean, I had some trouble with these. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, some of my ones was like I was going back and forth between a higher number or a lower number. So I it was, but they were all pretty decent. So, all right. So let's get back. So that was number 5 and number 6. So what is our number 4? You, Jay, what is our number 4? Give it to me.
My number 4 is the Dogfish Head Pumpkin Ale.
Wow.
We're getting those first 2. I was kind of like, meh. This one is like a decent beer. It's just not better than the first 3.
Okay. Wow.
I can see that, you being a porter stout guy.
Yeah.
Throwing an ale in there.
I appreciate that it's literally just pumpkin ale. It's not pumpkin with spice. It's not pumpkin with apple or bitter or any of the other stuff that people tried.
Gotcha.
It's decent, but it's not in my top 3.
Not your thing. All right. Chemo, what you got? What's yours, buddy?
Yes. I liked it, but it didn't beat the others.
Oh, you agreed. You agreed.
Mine too. And this is number 4. Yep.
It was bad.
It was even though it was our strongest at an 8.6, had some nice little taste to it. It was okay. But it just didn't crack the top 3. It was, I definitely I'm okay. I'm actually comfortable with this choice being my number 4 for sure.
I agree.
I didn't have to really, go back and forth and go, and keep drinking. Of course, I don't mind keep drinking it and, taste testing it. But yeah, it just wasn't there for me with that. No, it wasn't.
For me, a little too sweet.
All right. Well, that goes back down to number 3. So Chemo, let's get our number 3 here. What you got? The Pumpkin Porter.
Agreed.
From Four Peaks.
Pumpkin
and
porter.
That is also my number 3.
Cheers, fellas.
And that is my number 3 as well. It was good. I thought it had a nice taste. It was really good for the top three there, I thought.
Here's to being bronze.
You know what? It's solid.
It is.
I just like two other beers better.
Definitely.
Yep.
And I'm curious to see if Kimo and I or you and I we're the whole thing. This ought to be interesting.
Right now.
It would be our first time if that was the case. But we need to get to number 2. And we know that yours and I number 2 isn't going to match UJ's number 2. So UJ, what is your number 2, brother?
The Southern Tier Warlock. My number 2 that we tried was my number 2.
So you like this one a lot more than obviously we did. So.
Oh yeah.
Gotcha. No, there's obviously it's not bad. You know, it's just here. I didn't think it was in my thing.
Yeah. No, I dig that flavor. I dig that aroma.
That's cool.
All right, the moment of truth.
Kimo, what is your number 2 there?
The Punkachino.
Close. Mine was the Dogfish Head. Why did you go with that one as your number 2?
Because I like the pumpkin ale better.
Gotcha. I got you.
I like coffee stout and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not my go-to.
Gotcha.
And out of these pumpkin beers, you know, my go-to is an IPA. I like bitter, or I do like ales, or whatever, lagers.
Sure.
I just think the
wasn't there.
I just think this one was just just more of what I was looking for in pumpkin ale or a pumpkin.
Gotcha. I got you then. All right. So then, UJ, what's your number 1?
Number 1, I got right here. It is the Elysian Punkachino.
Which is mine as well. And then Kimo, yours is obviously the pumpkin. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
so close. All right.
I thought
bad, buddy.
No. I was actually that was pretty wild. I was like, wow, this could be the first time. But no, I thought the Punkachino at the very end. I mean, I was going back and forth with it. Obviously, I mean, I like pumpkin quite a bit. And I was super excited to try these other brands because I have never had these other brands before. So to try them, I was like, against one I have tried, I was like, okay, this is very good. Now let's see if anybody else can come in. But I actually thought the Punkachino was just right there.
Yeah.
Nice balanced across the thing for it. I went back and forth. I really did.
Yeah. I stick with my pick. I'm not going to change.
Absolutely. No,
it's a good beer. Solid beer.
Nothing wrong with it. I mean, obviously we're very much, a lot of us in agreement except for one item. That's about it.
Yeah. So, what I can say is, out of these beers, I went in expecting one thing to happen because I saw salted caramel, and I didn't think I was going to end up picking a coffee pumpkin beer as my favorite.
Right. And it was actually a very nice surprise.
Yeah.
It really was to come out as a number 1.
One note.
And number 2.
The last 2 beers, 5 and 6, besides those 2, those were kind of off beers,
Okay.
The top 4 were all fantastic.
Solid.
Yeah.
All legit.
Yeah.
They were all legit. And what sucks is, I mean, you guys liked the Elysian at number 1, and I liked it at number 2. Then they had this one at the end that just doesn't belong.
Right. The Elysian Dark of the Moon was my what was it? The Dark of the Moon was my last place, and the O'Fallon was my second to last. And I would definitely say to anybody who's considering drinking those beers, unless you like really bitter beers, maybe try the O'Fallon if you like bitter, but otherwise stay away from those 2.
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
Well, there's our review, guys.
Oh, that sounds awesome. Well, as always, it's been a great time from Kimo, myself, and you, Jay. We appreciate you guys watching. Please, please, please keep hitting those likes and subscribe buttons because we want to keep making these videos here for you. So until next time, stay frosty.